The public overwhelmingly disapproves of Donald Trump's decision from last weekend to, of course, send missiles into Iran and not hit their intended targets. Public doesn't like this. The public is not happy about the fact that the President of the United States can apparently just do this. In fact, we tried to impeach him this week for doing it. That didn't go far at all because too many Democrats, over 100 of them, crossed the lines to make sure that, no, we got to protect this power of the president. But Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson, he stands alone. Well, probably not, but at least at the moment, with thinking that not only did Donald Trump have the authority to do this, but by God, we need to give him more authority to do this. In fact, the whole law that says only Congress can declare war, that seems a little unconstitutional, so saith Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson. That's right, folks. This man says that a law passed by Congress decades and decades ago that says that only Congress can declare acts of war is now suddenly unconstitutional, and the President of the United States, oh, it just happens to be Trump, oh, well, they can attack anybody, anytime, anywhere that they please. Here is what Johnson said in front of reporters live on camera this week. Talking about the War Powers Act, he said, it requires that the president inform Congress within 48 hours of use of military force. Obviously, President Trump did that. Obviously, in the modern era with the 24-hour news cycle and social media, nothing goes by unnoticed. This might have made some sense in 1973, but I'm not even sure it was constitutional. He continues, and I get to that in just a moment, but this guy is saying like, well, we got TVs now, and so I don't even think the president needs to tell us because we can just see it on TV. That's not the point. But sure, if you would just rather watch TV than do your job, go for it, Mike Johnson, I guess, right? Like, I don't need the president to talk to me. I'll just turn to Fox News. They'll tell me what to think. Oh my Jesus. Anyway, he continues. And I'll tell you about that as well. Many respected constitutional experts argue that the War Powers Act is itself unconstitutional. I'm persuaded by that argument. Many respected constitutional experts. So many, in fact, that he couldn't even pause for a minute to think of a single person to say by name. Wow. That must mean there's a lot, right? It certainly doesn't mean that there's literally zero saying it. No, the fact that he couldn't name one, that just means there's too many to name, right? They think it's a violation of the Article 2 powers of the Commander-in-Chief. I think that's right. If you look back at the founders' intent, you read the Federalist Papers, you read the records of the Constitutional Convention, I think that is right. You know what? Here's what's fun. The Federalist Papers, right? You love to hear conservatives talk about that, like, these guys in the late 1700s, I mean, they wrote papers. Cool. Scientists also wrote papers back then. And as times changed, as things evolved, hell, as human beings mentally evolved, those papers became irrelevant. I'm not saying the Federalist Papers are irrelevant, folks, but I am saying the Federalist Papers are irrelevant, folks. Get it? You know, they're important historically. In modern times, not so much. Learn them, study them, go through them, absolutely. But understand that those founding fathers also never intended for what they did those days to continue to just be the law of the land forever. They created a constitution that was meant to be changed. Jefferson himself actually wanted it to expire every couple decades so that one generation could not lock in the next generation with their laws as times changed. These Republicans don't understand that. They would love to go back to the era where you could just own another human being and have them do all your work for you. That's why they're the ones that constantly are like, but the founders. I don't care. I could not care less about those men. I really don't. I'm sorry. They made a good country. They absolutely did. Thank you for that. But the way they have been misconstrued, quoted by idiot Republicans like Mike Johnson who want to use their words to give Trump more dictatorial powers, that ain't what they intended. So stop invoking them, because it just makes you look like an idiot that doesn't have a real argument to make, which, let's be honest, is exactly what House Speaker Mike Johnson is. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.